All right. This is Anthony F. here on your Android.com, and we are still with the Galaxy Nexus on Sprint. So before I complained about the battery life dying very quickly, so what I did was I resetted it. I took everything off, just basic things. I took Google Plus off, and Gmail. That was it basically. I didn't connect Twitter. Oh, I did connect Facebook also. Oh yes. Somebody did say that Facebook does eat up the resources. So I charged it up last night, unplugged it this morning, left it here, and after a little bit of use, let's see what we got here with the battery. Wow, battery's about 90% good. 90% good. Because I took Google Plus off as well as Facebook. So the system update has arrived. As we, if you've read out there on the internet before, you would have known that the system update really is in 4.1.1. System update just does in harmony with Apple's uh, litigations. It takes off the universal search. Only there's a local search, or rather just an internet search. If you remember before, when you hit the search bar in settings, you have the choices to search inside the phone and outside the phone in the internet. Well, Apple had a problem with that. So now, with the latest update for the Samsung Galaxy S3 and Samsung Galaxy Nexus, you only get to search locally. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You only get to search as in on the internet. You can't search locally. Apparently, there's a patent for that. Apple owns it. So here we go with the update. And as far as I know, this is the update that I just spoke of. This is not a surprise 4.1.1 update. That'll be cool, but I don't think it is so. A lot of patent wars going on. It's really funny. What most people don't report is that, or maybe they don't know, Apple contracts Samsung to make most of their parts. I believe it's the screen comes from Samsung. So Apple does get to see a lot of. I'm sorry, Samsung does get to see a lot of Apple's technology, top secret technology. And I think that's where Apple was getting their issues. They're saying that Samsung is looking at their technology while giving them parts, perhaps, and making the same thing after it. One Samsung executive lamented that we're arguing over rectangles because smartphones nowadays are in the candy bar or rectangle shape. But Apple has vowed to kill Android, and since Samsung is the main one that's selling now, they are the one. Also, I just read that HTC is shutting down their executive office in Seoul, Korea, South Korea, because right now Apple and Samsung are the number one sellers. HTC was the seller for a long time. Very quality work. Metal phones, metal trim, very good quality. A little expensive. They were the darling of Android in the beginning. HTC made the G1 at first. HTC made the Nexus one. But then Samsung cut a deal with Google so that they can make it cheaper and just as good with a brilliant screen. So funny enough, and in the beginning, we who love HTC said, well, yeah, screen's great on Samsung, so what? But it's a cheap build. It's real cheap. It feels real cheap. How about the consumers? Do the consumers agree with the connoisseurs of Android? No. Consumers love Samsung. They love the screen. They don't care about the build that is plasticky, is flimsy, and is light. They love the screen. They love the price. Samsung is winning, folks. Samsung is winning. So this update is almost done. About 0.1% going there. What else is going on in the mobile world? Uh, Android malware is getting crazy out there, really crazy. What I recommend, which I didn't recommend in the beginning, is a antivirus software like Kapansky, if I'm not pronouncing that incorrectly. Avast is good also. Get yourself an antivirus software program just in case. If you download a lot of stuff absentmindedly, then get an antivirus program just to cover yourself. There's also things out there. If you feel you're around a lot of bad people, a lot of black hats, I recommend getting the Wi-Fi protector. It stops man in the middle attacks. Man in the middle is basically where someone intercepts your internet activity and they reroute it through their phone or their laptop. And then they copy or they gather all your data information, cookies, passwords, history. So there's an app in Android called Wi-Fi Protector that lets you know if your data is being rerouted. I recommend that if you think you're in a bad, situation when that happens. All right, so here Android is upgrading, optimized application 9 of 49. Wow, a lot of upgrades. This looks like Windows. Hmm. This is truly a computer, people. This is the computer 2012 mobile computer. Upgrading pretty fast. Yeah, so on the first level of defense, buy or install a antivirus program. On the next level of defense, get Wi-Fi protector to stop man in the middle attacks so that your data won't be rerouted. Um, on the third level, which is actually the first level, is you, the user. Make sure that you get apps that are from a safe area. Okay, so I guess it's done. Let's see here. We can take a look, see if anything changed. Settings about phone. All right. And still Galaxy Nexus, still 4.0.4. Kernel hasn't changed. The build has not changed. Looks like it's just were some updates on the inside, but not a whole Android version change. So Android 4.1.1 is not official yet for the Galaxy Nexus on Sprint. Of course, you can go to CyanogenMod and install 4.1.1, otherwise known as CM10, if you want to get that ball rolling now. But the stock has not been ready yet for the Nexus. Now for Sprint. Okay, this is Anthony F. Android.com.